Hello, 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 collective, my angels, my loves. How are you doing? How are you doing? Um, we had the full moon the other day, so I don't know if you guys noticed any changes in your energy since we had that full moon. That full moon is here to spark some endings, okay, to get you started in the right directions, get you on your journey of where you need to go. So some of you may have people that are leaving your lives, situations, jobs. You might be moving, looking for a new house, looking for a new car to drive. You may be experiencing, complications that is going to push you to make this change. Things unexpected, like tower moments. Something just goes under foot. It's not working. You weren't looking or thinking about replacing something, but now you're forced to. Okay, that's that shift. That's that change. That moon ending something. Um, a relationship abruptly coming to it and you getting a new perspective on something, a job, you feel like, you know what, I don't want to work here anymore. You had been a little unhappy, but you really weren't out looking for another job, or possibly you went to work and then they gave you a resignation and said that, hey, the job is closing or something, or we don't need you, something ended, something you weren't expecting, but it's an ending that was meant to happen, that was fated to happen, okay? Something that was really out of your control, but it's because you have new things coming in, new opportunities, new people. Um, just an It's time for the new. All right, this whole year is about the nine, circling on a nine. So it is about putting endings to things. You've learned these lessons. People have carried you, helped you for as far and as long as they can. And now those situations are, being removed from you either by choice or by your choice or not by your choice. Okay. So I want to do a reading, tap into some things. I'm going to use mostly, if you don't mind, my makeshift for this. Although I read tarot, I read oracle, I am intuitive just on my own with seeing things, feeling things, hearing things, okay? Knowing about things. So sometimes I don't really like to just go to the tarot or the oracle cards. And I would prefer to use my makeshift cards because when I make these cards, I'm making them based off of downloads that I'm receiving, messages that I'm receiving, and I'm basing off that because I'm tapping into energies of you for you. When I use these ready-made oracle cards, that I do purchase because I do like them. Those are creative things in writings that other people have made, okay? And although I can use them and get information and guide me towards you, give me more of a little detail, um it's not mine download, if you understand what I'm saying. It's not mine. And sometimes I just want to talk to you authentically with downloads that I receive, my intuitive downloads, okay? So I will use some. So you will see me use some, but I want to rely mostly just on myself. So make sure that I'm getting you the messages that I need to get to. Okay. So to get into the energy for today, Spirit guides, Archangel Michael, protect me as I tap into the energy. Help me to get the messages for what we want to talk about today, what the collective needs to know. I've seen this angel answer a couple times. So I will pull an angel card. And somebody might need something. Somebody out there might be praying for something, asking something, wanting to know something. Because I keep getting angel answers. So I'm going to give you an angel message for if you're on my channel, if you're watching me, if it's something you've been asking for, wanting to know, thinking about, even subconsciously, that you've been asking for some type of sign. Okay, then this is for you. What is it? That the collective needs to know. You didn't come. Thank you. Ask your angels, or maybe someone needs to ask their angels. All right, maybe someone's struggling with something, and they want advice, or they need to know which way to go. You need to ask your angels, okay? In order to get information. See, I told you something needs to come out. In order to get more information about what it is that you're trying to do, what you're trying to change. Is it a relationship? Is it a job? Is it a career? Like what is it that you're struggling with, that you're holding inside? Is it something about romance? Are you asking about love? Is love going to come? Because it is, if that's what you're looking. Yes, it's going to come. All right, but it's going to come in divine timing, and it's going to come whenever you heal whatever it is that you need to let go of from your past, whether you're holding on to a person, a place, a situation that you're not letting go, all right? You still saving room for them to come back into your life, and it's something that you need to end, okay? So if it's something that you're struggling with, you need to ask your angels, ask your ancestors, pray to whoever it is that you pray to get information to make something clear. Ask for a specific sign if that's what you need to do, all right? But romance is coming for you, and you are going to have success in that relationship, success in your life, success in whatever you're trying to go after, okay? So that's for somebody, or maybe more than one of you. So let me go ahead and take that card out because I've gone over it with you. What else, Spirit Guides? Tell me what else. Give me 1 second, guys. I gotta put the fan on. It's a little warm in here. Oh, it didn't come on. I don't know what's going on with that, but okay, sorry. Let's go, Spirit Guides. What does my collective need to know? My dog just busted in the room out of nowhere. I don't know. So somebody's trying to come and see you. Somebody might pop up on you. Something unexpected. Remember I told you about something unexpected? Someone unexpected wants to come into you. Dogs represent people who are loyal. You might have a dog as a pet, some of you, if that's relevant to you. But someone now that maybe wasn't loyal to you wants to be loyal to you now. They may pop up on you to say something. But then he just turned around and left. So he just wanted to see what I was doing. So someone might just be trying to watch you. Okay? They may just come in just to see, possibly, are you involved with somebody? What's going on with your life? Because there's been no communication, there's been no contact. They don't know what's going on with you. And they're wondering, they're curious, all right, about you and what you have going on. So they may just pop up, not to tell you what's going on in their life, but just to see what you're up to, or maybe even just to see if they can still come back into your life, if the door is still open, all right, for them. Somebody that sees you mostly as being a homebody, all right, or somebody who's now being a homebody, someone who probably used to go out all the time and now they're slowing down with their life. They're trying not to live that fast life. Yes, as I say that, sorry guys, it comes up, I've changed. So I just said that. See, I like this. This is what I'm telling you. I like to use my own intuition. Somebody wants to pop up on you that now been a homebody, somebody who used to always go out, spend time out, they didn't have time for you because they always were with their friends or their relatives or their lovers or business or whatever, or whether they told you they were somewhere and they were really somewhere else. They want you to know that they've changed. With this being green, this does talk about the 4th chakra, which is your heart chakra, that talks about relationships, compassion, balance. So somebody wants to come in and balance relationship with you. So someone wants to come in and balance that relationship with you. This is somebody that I felt like you dealt with someone who you really could not rely on, all right? Sometimes they're available, sometimes they weren't. Sometimes they come through, if they say they were going to do something, it was just never, you really just couldn't depend on this person because you just never know what they were going to do. They were hot and cold, they were in and out. It was no stability within the relationship, all right? Because they just... They just couldn't get together, or they didn't want to get together, okay? What else? What else, Spirit Guides? Tell me something else for my collective. What else for the collective? You could have been dealing with an African American, okay? Male or female. Or they could be either they're biracial or they're just African American. But you could have been dealing with someone who's an African American. And then, you know, it says... It's African American, but how it's written, African and then American, you know, what stands out big on there are the 2 A's, AA. So somebody you dealt with, because that's what's just standing out to me out of that word. Someone you dealt with maybe in AA or needed to go to AA. They have a drinking problem or a substance problem and they need to go to AA. And maybe this is why they were blowing hot and cold in and out of your life, because they were trying to figure out how to manage and deal with that addiction that they were having, that possibly they hid from you and you did not know. Remember, we had the angel card, get more information, okay? So it was things about this person that they were hiding from you that you did not know, and possibly that they were dealing with an addiction, and that's why you couldn't really rely on them, and they were in and out. Orange coming out here, you know, kind of makes me think of the sacral, the 2nd chakra, which talks about, you know, emotions, creativity, sensuality. You dealt with somebody who an African American, you know, somebody with an addiction, possibly, that was living out of their sacred chakra. They weren't able to really create anything, getting things started. They would start projects, not finish them. All right. They were relying on you, taking your ideas, possibly running with them. Your ideas are great ideas, but this is somebody who is very lustful, and they weren't verbal with you, so they didn't tell you things, but they did have love and admiration for you. But how they showed you was through their sex. Let's be honest. You know, it was the way that they had sex with you, the things, how they took their time, what they did. That was their way, and they feel like that's how they express their emotions, because this is somebody who couldn't really open up and speak their heart, and just verbally talk to you. Okay, so they felt like, hey, you know, when we're together intimately, it's not a quick 5 minutes, get up, get out, let's go. This is somebody, like I said, my time, I was with you. I may not have seen you often, it may not have been as often, maybe it was, you know, whenever they wanted to see you, but when they were with you, they felt like that moment was with you, and that they expressed how they were with you doing that intimacy act that you guys had. Okay, a laundromat coming out here. Somebody's wanting to clean up their life. You know, when you go into the laundromat, you're washing and drying clothes, correct? Wash, dry, fold. All right, those mean something. Okay, laundromat. Somebody knows they need to go and clean up something about themselves. All right, maybe it's your insecurities, maybe it's your fears, maybe it's your addictions as well. Okay. But they know, and they probably are working on cleaning up their life, getting rid of people who no longer belong, releasing things, all right, as well as working with any type of addictions they had. Maybe they were struggling financially and they're trying to get their finances up or something, you know, with washing and drying with the laundromat. And the reason I said it is because, remember, I've changed. So this person wants you to know that the person that you left, the way they work with you, like they might have been doing some introspection, really taking a look at themselves, okay, and recognizing at what you're lost, that there are some things about them that they need to change, that they need to work on, that they need to heal, or possibly you've been recognizing that some things about you that you need to heal. All right, I let my friends and family control me. This is somebody who their family's opinions, the people, their friends who they consider as family, their advice means a lot to them. Okay, this is somebody that doesn't feel comfortable making their own choices, their own decisions. And this is why I say, like, in this season, like, this is when Spirit's going to come in and change things, update, upgrade, and update some things, changes you might not be expecting. It's going to happen because this is somebody who was letting their friends or letting their family, their opinions override their own intuition, their own discernment. They weren't using their own wisdom. Even if let's say they wanted to go north, their friends and family were like, nah, you stay here, or go south. This person's intuition was saying you need to go north, because maybe had they gone north, there was a great opportunity waiting for them, a great house, a great job, more money. But they went against their intuition because their friends and family were saying, no, you need to go south, it's sunny. Up north, it's too cold, it's hot down here. So they did that. They let their friends' opinions control what direction they were going to go in, and so they chose another direction. They went south. Well, when they went south, guess what? It didn't work out. They can't find a job. The houses are too expensive. They can't find a decent house. They're not making enough money. You know, it's raining all the time. It's hot as crap. Electric bill out. I mean, things are just not working. It's nothing but trauma and its consequences, one after the other. Well, that's because that's not what Spirit told them to do. They knew, they had the knowing, they knew they were supposed to go north, but they didn't feel comfortable in making their own. They second guessed themselves. They didn't feel comfortable in their own choices, their own decisions, and they let somebody else tell them what to do, and they chose another path. Okay, are you resonating with me? A person chose another path because someone else thought the other path would be better. Not when they knew in their heart that wasn't. Blinds. Okay, so with blinds, you talk about peeping out, someone spying on you, or maybe looking at you secretly, hiding their identity. You know, you have blinds, you peep out, you want to see what somebody's doing. Remember, I said when the dog popped in here, that might be a spiritual message or a symbolic message, because someone might pop up on you. Somebody just wants to know what you're up to, what you're doing, okay? Because you're not communicating with them and they can't tell. Maybe you're not posting anything. Now we have blinds coming out. This is why I prefer to use my intuition. All right, somebody is watching you. They may secretly be watching you, or secretly account, calling you from fake numbers, spam numbers, unwanted calls, if you're getting those. all right, asking about you, driving by where you live, if you still live in the same location, on your social media pages, all right? Somebody's watching you because they want to know what you're up to. They're trying to see, are you with somebody else? Are you alone? Have you moved on? You know, are you happy? Are you missing them? Are you full of regret? All right? Somebody also, and for some of you or a few of you, could have had somebody that's interested in people of the same sex. And maybe you didn't know that about them. Maybe it's something that they hid from you, okay? That they do like the same sex, or maybe they're just bisexual and they like both, all right? Or maybe they're dealing with someone. They deal with women, if you're masculine, they deal with women who are into other women. So, and they have their threesomes and just have like, oh wow, sex life, okay? As well. What else? What else, spirit guys? Oh, this card is so large. I'm gonna have to break it down. I'm gonna break it and see what comes up when I break it, because this is really too big for me. Okay, so we have two things here. We have water sign. You could have been dealing with the water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or you could have dealt with somebody who was a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, of course, yeah, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, or they may just have it in their chart. That's not their sun sign, okay? I feel like somebody's really, really thinking about you. They really want to know. I think that what they really want to know is, are you with somebody else? You know, they want to know, but they don't want to know, because I think that if you are, they're going to really be hurt. And yeah, I'm in survival mode. Like, somebody's just going through life right now, and they're just like doing the same thing every day, same time. Like, they have a lot of going on in their life, and they're just trying to get through each day. All right, I'm the black sheep of my family. For someone, some of you, they could have been dealing with somebody who the family, I'm going to say it like this. They were always the mess up. They always messed up. Family was always there, you know, like, hey, talking to them. You need to stop doing this. You need to work on these addictions. These addictions are taking over you. They're controlling you, all right? You always broke because you paying for this alcohol, paying for the sex, paying for the whatever the addiction is, all right? They kept throwing money at it. So then this person had to go, hey, can you pay my light bill? Or can you help me out? Can you pay my car note? I need this money. But where's your money? Your money's gone because you're supporting your addictions, all right? And so now the family, the friends, just start getting tired because this person's always screwing something up, maybe always in trouble, getting in trouble with the law, getting the police, all right? Or they always have some drama, getting in fights, getting in arguments. They constantly, somebody, they 1 minute, yeah, they have a friend, next month, oh yeah, me and my friend fell out. Then, you know, it was just always something going on with this person. And so the family and friends feel like, well, I keep giving you advice. I keep telling you what you need to do. You're listening. You're telling me, yeah, you're right. You know, you're taking that money that you're asking for, and you say, yeah, you're right. I'm going to stop. This is my last time. I'm not going to do it no more. I'm going to get my life together. We go a couple of months down. Here we are. Same situation. It don't have to be the same situation, but here the same person is. So after a while, the family feel like, you know what, I'm tired. Like, I've talked to you, I've prayed over you, I've done all I can, I've helped you, I've advised you. They realize you just don't want to do right. You know, things keep happening because of how you're living, what you're doing, and you just don't want to do right. So you just reach a point where a person gets tired. And when a person, you know, people do get tired. And when you start to get tired, you feel like, I don't want to deal with that person no more. Or you feel like, oh, here they come. And it's like they call you, you see that name, you're like, I don't want to answer because I know they have some drama, they got something to tell, something happened. You just know it's like not going to be a good thing. Either they want something or they got to tell you about something that happened, and you just know what it is. So then this person has just become the black sheep of the family because everybody knows this is the family's mess up, the screw up. This is the one who they can't get right, okay? So this is that person, and you may have been talking to that person, or I hope that you're not that person, but this is that person that's in your energy, and they're watching you. They're watching you because for a while you were feeding them that energy. You were inspiring them. You were supporting them. You were encouraging them. Maybe you helped them out financially. Maybe you helped them out emotionally. Whatever. Maybe you gave them a place to stay. Maybe you bought something, did something, paid a bill. I don't know. But you fed them that energy for a while, and now you're gone. And now they can't go to family because family sent them as a black sheep. So now, and then they're getting into these one night stands, superficial relationships, hooking up with people who really are using them, even draining them more financially for what they have. And their life is just like, and they're just in a point now where they're like, okay, I know I need to clean up my life. And if you think about what I'm saying too, we even had laundromat, you know, this is what I'm saying. Maybe the family kept saying, you need to clean up, you need to straighten up, you need to go to AA, you need to do something, you need to let something go, or let somebody go that has these issues that you're holding on to, okay? So whatever the situation is, there needs to be a cleanup in your person's energy. I got a blank on this, so I'm going to leave that particular deck alone and go to my next one, all right? Because that's kind of like start new deck for me anyway. All right, so someone, something about a lake. A lake is coming up, you know. Maybe you need to go sit by the water, you know, help you if you're dealing with some stress or anxiety. Someone might live by a lake, okay? Somebody might go fishing at the lake if that's what they want to do. But you do have the lake, which is a body of water. Body of water does talk about emotions. So the fact that this is a lake, you know, the water is still, all right? So somebody is just sitting still at this moment. They're not making any changes. They're not trying to make any changes. They're just sitting still. Maybe they're sitting still because they're doing some introspection. They're just thinking, looking back, or looking at what they need to do, trying to make a decision as to what to do, okay? So we have that as well. Damn, leave me alone. This could be how you feel if you're hearing from that person, or this person's dealing with somebody that's trying to hold on to them, and they don't want to be bothered with that person. They just want that person to leave them alone, and this person's causing drama in their life in some type of way, or aggravating them in some type of way, okay? So that could be what they have going on as well. Someone could be dealing with somebody with the last name Williams, Brown, or Jones. I think it came out in one of my other readings earlier. So that might be very pertinent for today. And maybe that's the person that they're saying, leave me alone. Damn, leave me alone. Maybe somebody that has a last name or maiden name of Williams, Brown, or Jones. All right? Somebody that they were hooking up with. Somebody that shared addictions with them. All right? Somebody that feels been holding them back. What else, Spirit Guides? Somebody may have had an anniversary or have an anniversary coming up, or it's getting upon the anniversary to the last time that you spoke to your person. Maybe you're reaching that mark, or maybe somebody just has something that they want to celebrate. You know, we have anniversaries, we're celebrating things, we're looking forward to celebrating things for the most part, whether, you know, however many years. Someone you could be reaching the anniversary at that point with somebody, okay? Brown. Again, you know, now I have brown on the table twice. All right, I have brown here, and then remember in my name, I have brown. Brown is very significant, all right? Somebody might have somebody in their energy. Let me see something if I have something on the color brown. Somebody might be dealing with somebody that has that name. Maiden name, last name. Somebody might really be dealing with somebody with that name. Give me 1 second, guys. I want to see something because I do sometimes mark different colors, but I don't have brown. I have tan, but I don't have brown. Sorry, but when you think about brown, you know, brown is a neutral color, all right? It's like a grounding color. So somebody might need to be grounded, or somebody might feel like they need to ground or put it into that relationship. But brown is very significant. So this brown coming up. Maybe this person brown has an addiction as well. Or maybe this person brown is the one that they're saying, leave me alone. All right? Somebody may have brown car, brown hair, brown eyes. But brown is really coming up. Alpha female. Maybe somebody was dealing with an alpha female in their life. I have another blank, so I'm stopping with this deck. Maybe somebody was dealing with an alpha female in their life, or maybe they see you as being an alpha female, and they know they need to straighten up in order to come towards you, because you are a take charge leadership type of person, are very detail orientated and strong and well in your ways, and you're not tolerating any of their mess, and they know they have to clean up their life. Golf resort is up here as well. Somebody might actually go to a golf resort. They might like to go golfing, all right, as well. Shoot pool. Somebody might like to shoot pool in your energy, all right. You know, when you're shooting pool, you're handling a stick, you're actually trying to manipulate the ball to go where you want, in the direction that you want. someone in your past could have been trying to manipulate you to go down a certain path with them. Somebody who needs to be in control. Somebody who saw you as an alpha female and they want, and as an alpha female, you're used to governing, ordering your stuff. And as an alpha female, as someone, I'm going to resonate too, just a little bit more alpha female. An alpha female, you could be a single parent. Okay, have kids, have your own house, have your own things, your life in order, and you dealt with somebody, you, the alpha female, holding down everything, holding down the finances, being the mother, the father, the, paying the bills, the mechanic when you need to do so, the cook, the chef, the nurse, the doctor for you, yourself, and the kids when they get sick, even probably helping this person. Maybe you offer this person some disability, help them out in different ways, all right? This person had an intimidation towards you, all right? A little jealous of you because you're holding down everything. As this alpha female, you're holding it all down, all right? When people need you, you're there. You're stressed, but you're never letting it show. You keep this to yourself, maybe in a shower, maybe when you go to bed, you sleep, you pray, you're like, oh God, help me. Never let them see your tears, okay? Being strong, always present yourself as being strong, all right? When a situation come up, you're on it, you handle it, and you handle it with such grace, such ease, because you have that faith, you have that spirit in you. So this is what you do, all right? So, and you're controlling. And this person, they can't get right, the family black sheep, all right, this is the one who's attracted to you, all right? They see all of this in you and they're attracted, and you were there, loving, nurturing, even doing everything for them, and you possibly even could have had a child with them, okay? Can't get right. And they see, we had homebody, remember I told you this could be you, but this could be them. They're now homebody because they were always out in the streets, always doing something, never had the time for you. So you release this, you let this go, all right? But they see you, this homebody, not in the streets, just being who you need to be, a mother, realtor or whatever, your job, handling everything with ease, with grace, not having to lean on anybody or require anybody to come in and help you, support you in any type of way. While this person who does not have all the responsibilities that you have, just whatever they do have, can't get it right. They can't, because they're struggling with these addictions, and these addictions are keeping them to not be stable, okay? So this is putting you guys on two different levels, two different types of energy, and their family's getting tired. I'm like, you need to stop. You're getting too old. You keep doing the same old things. You're not getting it together. You need to clean up your life. This person wants to come back to you, but now possibly from the time that you left them to where they are now, their life has gone even further downhill, down the wrong road, all right? Listening to other people, where I let my friends and family control me, letting them direct them in another direction, which has led to them having even more issues, all right? And so now this person really knows, well, I can't go to collective like this. They didn't want to put up my stuff when I was here. They're definitely not going to put up my stuff now that I'm here. But this person may want something from you, whether it's your energy, your time, your love, your money, to help them cope, to help them get what they're going through, okay? Because now the family just does not want to be bothered. And they could have gone towards, again, somebody that they dealt with in the past, or somebody, a third party, and now that third party is, because this person's got so much on their mind, they're dealing with so much, and this third party is a bugaboo bothering them, and this is what this damn, leave me alone. You have the brown up here. I'm telling you, brown is significant. Maybe we have African American and we have brown. Someone's dealing with some stuff, and possibly even just some depression, all right? And I don't know why I'm feeling like a mental disorder, but somebody may actually have a mental disorder too that you don't know about, all right? And they're dealing with somebody, and they just want them to leave them alone, all right? Because they feel like, maybe them getting with this person or listening to this person is what led them down the wrong path, and now they just don't even want to deal with this person, all right? Family property, what I just say, maybe somebody needs a place to stay. Maybe they're trying to look for a family. Maybe they want to come towards you, pop up on you because they need somewhere to go, all right? Maybe the family has put them off of their property. Maybe someone has kicked them out of the house, and now they're just bouncing from place to place, unstable in what they have going on, all right? What's trying to come out at me? Somebody could be an Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn, all right? This is somebody that has leadership and initiation, pioneering spirit. They start projects. But then once it hits a struggle point, they let it go. They don't follow through on it. This is somebody who can't be consistent in what they do. They're not capable of seeing things through. They're good with starting. So this can be somebody that meets you, everything is going good. But then once there's a hiccup in your relationship, a problem that you guys need to sit down like adults and discuss and communicate to work through, they run. You can't. They can't work on issues. They can't even sit down and have that conversation with you, that adult conversation with you, because they feel like you are attacking them or you're blaming them, and not just saying, "Hey, no, we just have something we need to work on. We need to address." Okay. Somebody could have been an only child, and they may be dealing with only child syndrome. Feeling like they can get what they want. Like the world revolves around them. They need to have their way of the highway, kind of situation. All right, somebody could like to drive a Lincoln. When I think of a Lincoln, I think of like a classic old school kind of car, one of those things you don't want to really go throw rims on, fix up, and accentuate. You just kind of want it like it is in its originality, to maintain its value, its worth. Okay, somebody could be named Lincoln, or somebody could like, and what they really want is a person, a feminine or a masculine. That's okay, just being their authentic self. All right, just natural. They don't need all the frills and thrills to make it look nice. It's nice just like it is. All right, just the way it is, just the way God made it. It's just natural, and that's what they want. Somebody with those natural qualities. All right, somebody who's fine being who they are. Somebody that just has his own beauty, naturally beauty inside and out. All right, classic. You carry yourself in a classic type of way. You are premium. Okay. You're not that run-of-the-mill everyday thing, and they see you as this. All right. What else? Disappears at night. You could have dealt with somebody who likes to disappear at night, and again, it's because they were dealing with addictions. Like, they weren't really going anywhere. They tell you, "Oh, I have to run to the store," but maybe they're really going to have a quick hook up with somebody in the car, get a quick fix, do some drugs, do something, have that drink that maybe they're hiding from you. But somebody who always just kind of disappear, a night crawler, disappear at night, or come in really late at night, always have somewhere to go. This is somebody who can't sit still, can't sleep, can't rest. All right, because at nighttime, that's when the devil is busy. That's when the thoughts are out. That's when the people with the low vibration are out in the streets. And this person needs that energy, that low vibration. It's the energy vampire you're dealing with. Okay. Construction worker. You could have dealt with somebody who knows a little bit about everything, good with their hands, good at building. All right. So you could have been somebody like a little that does know about construction, but you dealt with somebody that was very controlling. Come through, spirit. I told you I felt that when I had only child. Somebody that says my way, no way. Somebody who likes to be in control. Remember when I told you shoot pool? You dealt with somebody that was controlling. All right, somebody that needs to control which direction the ball goes in. So this is confirmation. Confirmation again. Car. I told you somebody disappearing at night is going off in their car. Maybe having hookups in their car. All right. We also had Lincoln, so it's possible that somebody has a Lincoln, a Lincoln car. That's possible. You could have dealt with somebody with these initials. Why did I say ignition? Ignition. You turn ignition when you want to start, when you want to go somewhere. So maybe somebody wants to start a new beginning with you. VWXFB is coming out. And say no to the past. So if the past come back, they have things they need to clean up in their life. So you need to say no to that. And remember, we had, again, earlier, ask your angel. So is the person come back and you're confused about, have they changed because they want to say that they've changed. They no longer have these addictions. They're no longer doing these things. All right. So you need to talk to your angels about that, because it's more information. They're not revealing everything to you. There's more information that you do not know about. All right. So this can be like, I'm going to leave the makeshift and I will go to what's the vibe. All right, so we will see, because after I told you, I feel like this person is hiding something back from you, possibly some addictions. But let's just see. All right, and this is when I will rely on someone else's cards, okay? Spirit guides, what is possible? What information is it that the collector may need to receive to know about this person? go to another direction. Okay, this person is confused. They're really conflicted. They're puzzled. They really don't know what to do. And I feel like this is why they want to rely on other people to give them advice, because they don't trust their own intuition. You need treasure intuition. This is still another era with two different paths. Remember, I started off and I say somebody, you dealt with somebody that they don't trust their own intuition. If their intuition say go north because opportunity for you, and their friends and family say no, go south, they do that. See, they're just conflicted. They can't make up their own mind. So if this person come back to you, they still don't know what to do. They're just looking for somebody to guide them, all right? Because they don't trust their own intuition. In this arrow for you, you need to go another direction. You know, you already have your angel saying say no to the past, all right? Because you do have romance that's coming in that's going to be very successful, but that's not this person, all right? It's not this clingy old ex that wants to come in and cling to you. That is a dead relationship that you need to let die, all right? This person is still stuck in their old ways. That's why you have to say no to the past, all right? Thank you. Yeah, just let it go. Take a breath, let it go, release it, clear your mind, you know, touch your spirit. I remember I had lake earlier. You see the water? That's what I'm saying. Some of you might just need to clear your mind, release something. Go out there and tap back into nature, balance yourself back out. Don't let this person get in your head and confuse you. You're on your path. You're finding your peace, your balance. You need to continue doing that. Don't let someone with addictions come in and disrupt that from you. Because, you know, the devil does get busy. The devil gets busy and like to send things to block you from getting what you have coming in. Again, you could have had a child with this person, but definitely this is somebody that you were intimate with, okay? This person may have tattoos. They're still in there. Remember, I said in my own intuition, you dealt with somebody in their sacral chakra, somebody who was using sex to communicate with you. That's how they shared their emotions. You see this person's half dressed, pulling out his pants. This is somebody that's still in that intimacy, all right? This is somebody you don't really want to trust, all right? This person is egotistical. Like I told you, that only child syndrome. Somebody that my way or the highway. They feel like they can get what they want, when they want it, how they want it. They are very manipulative, can try to talk you out your drawers. Even if you have on two pair, they talk you out both pair at the same time, okay? Even though you know I need to keep them on. That person. This person could be dealing with some legal issues at this point. They could have gotten in trouble with the law. They could be going through separation, going through a divorce, all right? Needing a place to stay. They could just have anything going on legally. You're at peace though. You're out here. You're at peace. Remember, you're breathing. You're letting go. You're taking time for yourself. You're being happy. What's going on? What's with this legal card? What's with this legal card? Divorce. I said that. Somebody's going through a divorce, looking at getting divorced, legally separating from somebody. All right. Somebody's trying to ghost them. We kept having Brown come up. So maybe there's a separation between whoever's on your mind and somebody with the last name Brown. And Brown, somebody's also depressed too. Somebody's being ghosted, all right? Somebody could have been kicked out. Remember I told you I felt like somebody's getting kicked out? I feel like somebody is really getting kicked out of some family property, a house that they were staying in with somebody, and they're getting kicked out of that family property. Give me something else. And I'm going to begin to wrap this up, you guys, because we're getting some minutes in here. Yep, somebody I told you I was living the nightlife. Come through. I said somebody who enjoyed the nightlife, wanting to go out, just to gamble, on you. This person had addictions, all right, that you possibly didn't know about. They want to go out there and party. Remember, we had disappears at night. This person is a night crawler. It's a psychopath, all right? This person blows hot and cold. Remember, I said that when I said black sheep. I said you probably have somebody that can't get right person. This is that person, all right? They're unpredictable. You never know what they're going to do. They're conniving, manipulative. They can talk you out your underwear, okay? They have that charm to do so. This is somebody who can talk their way to get anything. So most people with addictions do have that talent, okay? But they are delusional if they think that you and them are going to come back together because you're moving on, collective. I know. You're letting go. You're moving on. So they have their heads in the clouds. So it's just hopeless dreams for them, okay? Because I know that you guys are going to make the right choice. I know that you're not going to allow yourself to go back towards something that you, spirit guides and your ancestors pulled you out of. You're not going to just go right back to it because you know that if you do, just saw it because it flipped up. Well, I just take these flipped up, so let's just take them. You know, if you do, you're going to be stuck in a dead-end relationship that's not going to go anywhere with somebody who's laying down lazy, who don't really want to do anything with their life, fix their life, or do the changes. That's still going to go out here, be a player, have third-party hookups with you, make bad decisions, still deal with addictions, because this is addictions too, because they're still lustful in their lustful ways, all right? This person wants to come into you because they see you glowing up. They see you having new opportunities, new beginnings, okay? And they want to know what you're up to, and they want to be a part of that, all right? They want to ride on your coattail, all right? And they're worried. They're in their emotions like, no, you're not going to come together, or no, you're not going to take them back. But they're willing to come anyway, pop up anyway, just to see how far they can go with you. If you get back with them, your life is going to be chaos, okay? A storm. It's not going to work. You're going to go through a lot of ups and downs. It's going to be a disaster. It's going to be a downhill battle for you, and you're going to wish in the end that you wouldn't have done it. You're going to feel shattered. You're going to be broken. You're going to feel depressed if you decide to go there, okay? Because the relationship is going to be a complete and ultimate failure, all right? So continue to work on your healing. Get yourself together. Do what you need to do to stay on your journey to maintain your peace, all right? Do your introspection, because you want to continue to be happy, and being happy is you continue on your journey, all right? That bridge is burned. You in the past, the bridge is burned. It's over. Come through, spirits. Everything I was saying, this is why it's my intuition. Like I said, you say no to the past. The bridge is burned, okay? This is my reading for you for today. If you resonated, like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so that you can be alerted when I put another reading out. And until then, have happy birthdays, Libras, and have a great day.